day, good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rates. How you guys doing today? It's a bit rainy here. We are back to my home turf. I've probably driven all around the area that we're going to fly over, which is cool. So I can call out some places. We're going to also overfly my hometown today. How you guys doing? I'm Willy Canuck. Welcome to the stream. Big shout out to Big Jacko. He was in from the start. How you doing, Dave? Great to see you. Johnny Munn says good morning, all. Good morning, Johnny. Great to see you here. And Nighthawk, morning, everyone. Welcome to Canada. Welcome to Canada, indeed. We are doing a Southern Ontario trip here, so we're going to go to Ottawa. Not quite as far west as we could be in Ontario, which is actually something I'll have to think about in the future, but just to give you an idea how huge Ontario is, and we're only flying in the southern part of it, and we're only going from kind of the western part to pretty much the most eastern part in Ottawa. So yeah, you'll see a bit. We'll fly over Lake Ontario today, my hometown. We might see Niagara Falls. If the weather's too crap, we might just switch it to a few clouds or something like that, just so everybody can see what's going on. We will be making a stop in Toronto City Centre as well, which is an island airport. It used to be called Toronto Island Airport, actually, but now it's called Billy Bishop, which was named after Billy Bishop, who was the famous flying ace in World War I. Beluga's on. He says, can't fly today, sadly. Oh, that's a shame, Beluga. Well, we miss you all the time. We always miss you. And Big Jacko says, same here. Yeah, I saw you on the tarmac earlier, Dave, but it seems like you popped out again. You're having PC issues. And Dan's in. He says, good moaning. Good moaning? What are you moaning about, mate? I've just woke up. Good to see you, Dan. Glad you're with us. Yeah, so we are in, now the cool thing about today's flight, I should say, so we are starting in London, Ontario, not to be confused with London, England, of course, named after London, England. But all three airports that we're landing at today have Orbx sceneries. So these are all add-on airports that you can get on Orbx, which is really, really cool. And this is the first one. This is Charlie Yankee X-ray uniform. London, I think they technically call it London International. You do get international flights. So primary reason for London's existence at the moment is domestic flights to all parts of Canada, actually. So from London, Ontario, you can actually get a flight all the way to British Columbia. You can get a flight to Nova Scotia and all points in between, Calgary, Toronto, obviously, Ottawa. There's three major airlines run out of here. Air Canada is one of them, so we're actually flying an Air Canada route going from London to Toronto. WestJet also flies out of here quite a lot. They'll take you out to British Columbia and out to Nova Scotia, I believe, and so does Air Canada. I think Air Canada goes to Ottawa. And then they have, I think it's Sunwings. So in it's seasonal, but usually in the wintertime, Sunwings operates out here, flies to various points in the Caribbean. So you can actually get a nice trip down to some warmer shores, as it will, in the cold winter months of Ontario. Now the problem is we got two ATRs on the tarmac. We've got, can't quite see who that is. Nighthawk and Dave is on the tarmac. Okay. He's got me confused. We got two ATRs, but for some reason the positive rate livery doesn't render on the ATR. I have no idea what causes it. Actually, Nighthawk's partially rendered. I can see his wings are the right color. So it's just all very weird. I don't know. So I do apologize for that, guys. Unfortunately, it's completely out of my control. I don't even know how we would fix it. It only seems to happen with the ATR. Dave, by the way, you're going to the wrong runway, but if you check the winds, you actually want to head to the other side, mate. But it's up to you. I'm not gonna preach. Anyway, so I've got everything mostly ready to go here.
Wow.
There you go, and that's the new meme, which Dan has discovered. And you can check all of our memes by either looking in the show notes, or if you do exclamation memes, it'll give you a list of all the memes as well. Beluga says, last week I had to drive from Cornwall to North Scotland. Ooh, that's a long trip, mate. That's a very long trip. That's Cornwall to North Scotland. That's what, 14, 15 hours of driving? Somewhere around the way. And Dan appreciates that anyway. So that is in honor of Nick. That was actually Nick's voice that you heard there as well. He's not. I can see he's not online yet. I think he's working today.
That boy ain't right.
Oh man, there we go. Right, what we did? Oh, route. Right. So I'll do a quick overview of the route here. But really good to see all you guys this morning. I'm hoping you're having a great time today, and we'll kick things off with. And I've got my Stream Deck as well, so I can kind of, flip back and forth between things. I love this. This is amazing. Sorry, I'll stop doing that. So we're starting off from, as I said, London, Ontario, CYXU, Charlie Yankee X-rays uniform. We're going to fly up to ANCOL. Now, there's a reason for this. This is my home. This actually goes over my hometown of Hamilton. You can actually see Hamilton listed there as well, at Hamilton Airport. We're not landing in Hamilton, though. We're just going to overfly it. And as I said, if the weather is kind of foul, we might just go, a few clouds just so we can see what's happening below, because it's going to make it a bit boring if we're just looking at clouds the whole way. We'll head over to DUROT, and the reason for this is Toronto Pearson International is around here somewhere. They often have flights coming in and out this area, so it might look like a bit of an indirect route, but there's a very good reason for it. In that we would be flying through Class A airspace. So for the routing to Toronto, because we're in the ATR and we're going to be flying above 3,000 feet, we route down to DUROT, which actually takes us over Niagara Falls, up to Caxel, and then cut across the southern point of Lake Ontario. And we'll come in. It's an ILS landing today, which is cool based on the winds. So into Toronto City Centre, and then we're going to drop off some passengers, quickly refuel, and I haven't got that flight loaded yet, but we'll do soon. We're going to hop along top of Lake Ontario up to Ottawa, which is up here somewhere. Completely disoriented now. Up that way. We'll see it when we have the plan up anyway. So. Hey, but I think everyone's more or less getting their aircraft started, so please feel free to get going. I will be taking off from runway 15, which is at the top. Right. So let's see what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna use reversers to back out as well. Right. Checking that brakes are currently set to on. Thank you very much. We'll go to the aircraft, take off, close the main door and all that stuff. Oh. You can see that we're all sealed up now. That's cool. I'll take the wheel chocks off. That's great. Now there is technically you could use hotel mode. I can't seem to get it working properly. I need to either watch another tutorial or something like that, because I do get it going, but then I can't start the prop afterwards. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong there. Probably missing something obvious, but there you go. Right, so we're going to put the props up to feather. I think I did that already, possibly. Yeah, they are in feather. Okay. And that's on crank. We'll start engine 2. And turn the pump on, of course, and we'll see if we can see her starting to spin up there. There she goes. Now, it does seem very quiet in this cabin. I don't know if that's true to life, because I can tell you for starters, when that Dash 8 kicks up, it's not that quiet. There we go. We got a good start on engine 2. See if everything's all stable. Looks okay. And let's get engine 1 going here as well. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing great. Anything interesting happening in your world, let me know in the chat. And also, If you do have access to the VIP chat, that is open now. I'm online. You can join me for a little bit of talking on voice if you like. Just make sure when you do join it, just announce that you've joined and who you are, because they might not hear you right away. So I got to plug you into to the audio. That's good. We got 2 there. We can turn that back to off, and we did put the beacon on, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay, so just do a quick check. Brake pedals are working, rudder is free and operating, and we'll pick that up to auto. Should bring the there we go, bit of life from the old propellers there. Turn off external power, don't need that anymore. Thank you very much, guys. And we will put the lights on at this point because we're going to actually reverse out, so there you go. Now see if I can coach this thing out. So we're going to take the brakes off. Got the toe brakes on. Take the brakes off. We're going to put into the reverse thruster here, and we're going to gently there we go. Take off reverse thrust. And we'll set our flaps to take off position. And I think we want our initial altitude, let's say we'll go for 6,000, 13,000 today. Are the flight directors on? I think they are. Yeah, flight directors on. Okay. No time like the present. Let's taxi out. Oh, Big Jacko's in the air already. It's not wasting any time. So how you doing, Dave? I guess you're not streaming this morning then, Dave, were you? Oh, I can see Johnny. Oh, he's in the TBM. Johnny's in the TBM. Okay. Looks like Johnny's taking off from the other runway, so there's actually 2 runways at London. Very good choice, Johnny. Dave says, no stream today. The Big C got me. The Big C is probably not the Big C I'm thinking of. Is that a crash to desktop, or do you mean the big CTD? Oh, COVID. Oh, that's not the Big C, man. That's something completely different. COVID, that's amazing. It's funny enough, we were just talking about COVID yesterday because my wife had gone to see the doctor, and she's on some medication Nothing major, but they said it might have a side effect of making you cough. But if you're coughing, don't think it's COVID. And we were thinking, I haven't even thought about COVID in like months and months and months. And there you go. Now Dave's got it. Hope you're feeling okay, Dave. Is that really you finding it difficult to breathe or speak? Because I know COVID is really horrible for asthmatics, unfortunately. Okay, I got Nighthawk behind me. See Johnny in there, and Dave is in the air as well. Final pre-flight checks. So flaps are set. Yeah, finding it hard to breathe. All right, okay. Well, take it easy, mate. That makes things a little bit scary, actually. I hope you feel better, Dave. I really, really do. Genuinely. Not very nice. Okay, we are crossing a runway here, so technically we should have landing lights on. So we'll do that. Don't see any traffic. Johnny obviously had departed from that runway earlier, but he's away. Just taking it easy. Yeah, that's a good plan. Okay, we are at the stop line now. So just put parking brakes on for a sec. We'll get landing lights already on. We'll get the strobe on. We're just going to do a quick run up to see if we generate any errors. Yeah, we are. Now, what could that be? What could that be? Oh, no, that's coming on because I got the parking brake on. That's what it is. That's fine. Oh, Ellis. Hello, bro. Hi, Ellis. How you doing? Everybody, please give a warm welcome to Ellis. He's Greek. I think you're near Athens, aren't you, Ellis? And we came across each other on Cloud Viper's stream. Great to have you along, mate. Really, really nice to see you. So yeah, please give him a warm welcome, and Alice, jump into our Discord as well if you like. Just put exclamation Discord into the chat there, and that'll take you straight through. And say hello to the rest of the Positive Rate family. We're all just a little bit nuts. Stop this airplane again. Dave coming in with a £3 donation. Dave, thank you so much. I've got some new stuff as well, so this one's for you, mate. Here we go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. That's great. Really, really happy about that. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's a brand new one. That's why kind of when I did these, I got the Summon WoW in there because I knew people were going to use it. Okay, right, here we go, ready for takeoff. And yeah, thanks guys. Thank you for giving a warm welcome for Ellis. Really nice fellow. He's definitely one of us. Cut from our cloth, I think. Okay, everything's looking free and clear. 50% power. And ramp. Rotate. You're up. Woo! I was doing some weird stuff there. I'll just keep it on manual for a bit. Back to notch. Oh, the output. Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on here. It's doing strange things. Okay. Must have thought we were close enough to the course line, that's why. VNav. Oh, Tony's in. He says, said hi to Dave. Hi, Willy. How you doing, Tony? Great to see you, mate. Oh no, Beto's here. And Cloud Viper is coming in. Cloud, how you doing, mate? Really honored that you came in to watch us today. Johnny says, Johnny giving hellos to the guys as well. Okay, we are on a good climb here, so we'll switch to climb power. And the VNav will take over speeds and whatnot, make sure that we're staying right there. It's very easy to stall this plane, actually, if you're not being careful. One thing I noticed is if you're using VNav, make sure you got that selected to auto, which turns that pink. And that will select your VNav will then select a climb rating of 170 knots. Once it gets to that, you'll see the nose starting to pitch up on the airplane again. And it will just hold that nose to keep that 170 knots without stalling the plane, which is really cool. Oh, you're on to see the legend fly. The legend. That deserves some dancing just for saying that. Here you go.
Thank you.
Much obliged, Cloud. Usually that's for donations, but when you call somebody a legend, I gotta acknowledge it. Ellis told you. All right. Cheers, Ellis. Thanks for that. Yeah. Big welcome to Cloud Viper as well, guys. Cloud is he's a fellow content creator. Actually, he does a lot of VATSIM flights, mostly kind of the Middle East and India way. But he's been all over. But he's pretty good. He's an excellent sim pilot. Alright, I'm gonna switch, take us up to 13,000 here. And yeah, what we're watching for is ANCOL, which is my hometown. So we'll see if the clouds are busy when we get there. I'll just I'll take it into clear, or a few clouds for a bit, just so we can see downstairs. Thank you, good sir, says Cloud. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Thank you. Looks like Dave's dancing. But yeah, it is very overcast and stormy looking today. You can see Nighthawk, you can see Dave and Johnny. Looks like they're all en route. That's good. You know, I might actually just keep us at about 6,000 feet. Because we're going to see more. And I don't want to get too high, so I think we'll just take it. I'm just going to keep it at 6,000, guys. And we could probably just tell it that in the unit somewhere. Where is it? Performance that. 6,000 today, sir. Not going to let me change it, is it? No, it's not. Okay, fine. Be that way then. Oh, who we got online? Hi, Tony. Can you boost your mic just a little bit, mate? Okay. Great to hear from you. How you been, sir? Good. That's better. That's better. Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, Abron just came in, actually. Abron says, good morning, all. Wow, YouTube will even let Canadians do streams. and it'll even let Americans watch them. There you go. Right up. Oh, my flaps are still up. That's not good. Forgot to raise the old flaps there. Okay. I was wondering what the noise was. I was like, oh, why am I overspeeding at 190? Like, oh yeah, that's the reason. Nice burn, he says. Overspeed, yeah, yeah, Dave, I caught it in the end. It was just not paying attention, not raising the flaps. I do have, actually, I'm doing a, Tony, I've done a big checklist, just a general checklist for that's kind of very ambiguous. Then I'm going to post up in front of me so that as I'm going through things, I remember to do stuff. And it's all pretty much done, dusted. And I was going to print it out this morning, completely forgot about it. And it's for situations like this. Not raising flaps. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. This is where I've got to. I think I'm degrading. Ellis says, Willy, Cloud, you should do a group flight together with all of us. Yeah, well, that would be a great idea. And of course, you guys are always welcome to fly with us. We don't fly in VATSIM at the moment, so we generally just use the North Europe server on Microsoft Flight Simulator. But always welcome to fly with us, guys. Anytime. It's on, says Aaron. It's on. Or is it, Aaron would say, it's on, dude. It's on, you damn Canuck. You and your Canadians and your maple syrup and beavers and all that kind of stuff. No, we're not that kind of stream. I reserve that for Dave. Ellis, I'm on Xbox, so no VATSIM for you. No, well that's it, Ellis. So we don't use VATSIM. We're just on North Europe. We've just set off Dave. Aaron says I'm not Aussie. I'm the American of the group. Sorry, did that come across as an Aussie accent? All right. Maybe I should go more Brooklyn. Hey, yo, Aaron, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Don't be making fun of my accent, man. Hey? G'day, mate. I could just start talking like French Canadian there, eh? And you know, I get easily offended. Right, we are coming up on Hamilton at some point. Do an Ohio accent. That's more tricky than you think, but I'm gonna try. Hey man, you got any weed? Does that work? Hoser. Hoser. Shut up, you hoser. Oh, it's definitely stormy where we're going here. I don't know if I can see the rest of the guys. I can see Dave up there. Take a quick look outside the airplane. Yeah, fair enough. Nighthawk says, are there any points of interest for Hamilton? There are, and I have it downloaded. It is Tim Hortons Field. That's about the key part of it. In terms of points of interest from like that have come with Flight Simulator, no, I don't believe so. I mean, there are a lot of interesting things in Hamilton, but nothing that's kind of hit the national radar of, you know, that needs to be in the sim. But it's a shame because a few years ago there was a freeware group, Tony, called Fly Ontario, and I initially got in touch with them because they were doing some scenery for Hamilton Airport, specifically around the Avro Lancaster Museum, because there's a flying Lancaster in Hamilton. So that's a point of interest, really, because it's home to only one of two flying Lancasters in the world. So they were doing that series, and I said, well, could you do downtown Hamilton as well? And so they did, and they created some key buildings like Cops Coliseum, which is now called something else, First Ontario Centre, the Century 21 building, which is now called something else, and at the time there was it was Ivor Stadium, which is where the Hamilton Ticats, the football team, play, and it was absolutely wonderful scenery that they did, as well as the Skyway Bridge. Which sounds far more interesting than what it actually is. but we should see that coming over. As I say, I'll clean up the weather temporarily if we can't see anything. Coffee and donuts time. That's it. Tim Hortons Field. You got it, mate. So Hamilton. The stadium that we're going to see today is located very near to the first ever Tim Hortons coffee shop that ever opened. Like restaurant number one was in Hamilton. It was that's why Hamilton has such a close affiliation with Tim Hortons, is because that's where it all started, and it was started by a hockey player. Hamilton's a hockey town. I mean, it's just a great cultural heritage for us. So yeah, and the original shop, I think they knocked it down and built something over top of it. But there's a museum there now as well. But Tim Hortons is a big sponsor of the Hamilton Ticats, and hence why the stadium's named after them. All the players have Tim Hortons flashes on their uniforms. Okay, we're coming over ANCOL now. I can't see anything, so I'm just going to temporarily take that weather up to a few clouds. Actually, I'll just leave it clear sky so you guys can see it. And I'm overspeeding again for some reason. I don't know why. It's really not... I shouldn't really be overspeeding in notch, so that's a bit confusing, unless I wasn't in notch. No, because I'm below notch now. That's strange. Okay. So we're coming up to Hamilton now. You can see the airport here. And at Hamilton Airport is where the... sorry, just take some noises down a little bit. At Hamilton Airport is where the Warplane Heritage Museum exists. And that is a giant museum, giant hangar, which contains, among other things, the Avro Lancaster, which flies. They have a Beech 18, which flies. They have a Canso, Tony, you know, the submarine hunter, which flies. Yeah, it flies. Yeah, a Hurricane, which flies. And I'm trying to think. There's one more kind of key one. They have there's some older stuff as well. Yep. All right, okay. Coincidence. Yeah. Yeah. And Sid's has just jumped in. Hi, Willy. And the Departure Lounge podcast. Hello, just a quick hello. We'll be lurking. How you doing, mate? Great to see you. And we got a bunch of content creators jumping in today. Sid says, I came from Cloud Viper server. Well, thank you, Sid. It is lovely to have you here. Libin Wolf has jumped in. Hi, Willy. How you doing? Guys, by the way, please do hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us. Now, Tony, on the screen, this is the point of interest. Tim Hortons Field. You'll see it down there. It's a relatively new football stadium. think it's been, yeah. That lights up at night, I think, as well, but I'll probably just leave that for the moment. And you can see in the background all the steel work. So Hamilton primary industry was manufacturing steel and other appliances and things like that. Now, it has declined a bit over the years, but it is still active. So although it's not as big as what it used to be, there are steel mills there. But the other thing you'll notice about Hamilton is there's tons and tons of trees everywhere. It's actually a very green city. When you're down there, all you see everywhere is trees. Lots of parks. I think we're coming over Satellite City here. Lots of golf courses, actually. And we're coming into the eastern side of passing over the city bypass into the Queen Elizabeth Way into Stony Creek. And if you keep following that road down, eventually, Tony, you'll get to Niagara Falls. That's it. Lemon Wolf says that... Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I lived here for years, so. Lemon Wolf says the livery looks spot on. Great job by Paint Gems. Absolutely, absolutely. And it's very typical of a turboprop type of livery. They tend to do just block colors to keep it very simple, because it's easier for them to paint. Ellis says the ATR looks amazing. I should fly more often. It is actually. You know what? It's pretty decent for the price, Ellis. You can't go wrong with it. It's pretty good. And the city looks too, well, thank you very much. I got to be proud of it. It's my hometown. The bridge should be back there somewhere. That's the Skyway Bridge. We didn't really get a good look at that, but that kind of cuts over. There's a canal that goes down the middle. It's actually a bit of a land bridge, Tony. But what they did years ago is they dug a massive canal because they have big cargo ships that come in with iron ore for the steel manufacturing process. So there was originally a lift bridge there called the Burlington Bridge, and then the Skyway, which just kind of goes high enough that the ships can clear it without any problem. Oh dear!
Can't hear him.
I'm glad someone said that. Well, they can now.
There you go.
I'm chatting.
Nick, hi, it's Tony, mate. Tony Barrow.
Nick, you're late. See, this is why Nick's handy, because he always points out these things. I should have just jacked that in from the start. Yeah, sorry, they're missing the conversation. What was it you're saying about Niagara Falls?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, it was actually somewhere that I have always wanted to go, and I've never. I mean, in the sim, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jacko can hear me now. I'll tell Jacko the comment that I already said that he obviously didn't hear. Jacko, I made the comment that when we do rimming US, I think we have to get Willy to be one of the tour guides. Just thought I'd mention that.
Oh, yeah.
Now that he can actually hear me.
Just checking our... okay, we are coming up to our first waypoint before we're going to cut across. Niagara Falls is around here somewhere. I don't know if we're far enough along though, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's somewhere I've always wanted to go, and we were meant to go there. We were going to do a cruise. This is before COVID hit. We had a cruise booked, and we were going to go there, and blah blah blah, and it just didn't happen.
Okay, so, fair enough.
One day.
I think Nighthawk's possibly pressing on to see if you can see the falls, but it's up here somewhere. Oh, I suppose we could just break off course for a sec, eh? I'm switching to heading mode. We'll see if we can get a good look at it for you, Tony.
Nice.
Alright, just catching on the chat. Yeah, thanks, Nick, by the way, and great to see you. Hope you're doing okay. Just having a private conversation, that's it. Ellis says, I usually fly Olympic Air DC-6. Oh, for Greek island hopping. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. And Jack, oh, Dave said he stepped away for a moment. Oh, that's all right, Dave. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah. He's probably having a couple of drinks. I know what he's like.
Yeah, I'm just going to let this heading run for a little bit longer to see if we can spot Niagara Falls for you.
I think, I can't remember. I think we did a stream. I can't remember if it was Ozflight or whether it was Jacko. I don't actually remember, but we were flying very fast aircraft, and I think we came through Niagara at one stage, but that was a long time ago, so I don't actually remember if that was even, that I've got the right place.
Possibly. I think, I know Dave did fly over here at one point. Actually, I think I see Niagara Falls coming up ahead, so.
Where Nighthawk is, yeah.
There's actually a surprising number of tall buildings in Niagara Falls, Canada. As Aaron knows all too well, Niagara Falls, New York is a dump. And so everybody goes to, everyone goes to the Canadian side, including the Americans, because that's far more interesting. And yeah, we'll get a quick look at the falls, and we'll jump back on course and shoot over to Toronto Island. After DUROT, heading 120 should take you to the falls. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 121. Yeah, good shout. Good shout, Nighthawk. We have done a flight here before. So did you see the falls when you did it last year, Dave? Because I remember you flying over Hamilton. The more hands-on, the better. Yeah. When they initially came out with the sim, the Niagara Falls looked pretty awful, but we'll possibly get a good look at it this time. But there's two falls. So you've got Horseshoe Falls, which is on the Canadian side, which is the big roundy one. That's usually what you see in photos. And then the American side has its own falls as well, with its own observation bridge that you can go on.
Right. So we're about to go over the border. I hope everyone's got their passports.
That's it. And a misconception for everyone is the Niagara River flows from north to south. It's actually the opposite. It flows from south to north.
Oh.
And there you go. There's the falls coming up. So here's the American side, Tony. I'm going to put my cursor on it. And then there you got the Horseshoe Falls, which of course is named or shaped in a horseshoe. And this is the Canadian side, so we're currently on the Canadian side, cutting over to the American side. And there's the Peace Bridge.
Wow.
Which is an actual border crossing between Canada and the United States.
So they have done some improvements, because that looks pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's looking all right. Yeah, I agree. You can actually see the ripples in there as well. Yeah, it's looking okay. Looking okay. All right. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. We'll get back on course.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Not at all. Thank you for asking.
No, that's very cool.
Nick, I think you're asking something about the course selection. It does work for... I haven't actually tried it on a VOR as yet, but it definitely works for the ILS.
I know they did some improvements on the last release of the ATR, but I'm not sure what they did.
Just checking fuel here. I got them. Absolutely fine. They did the EFB was improved, and they also fixed a really awful problem with the reverse thrust.
Right.
Libmo says, I do like to fly the CRJ. It's quite hands-on aircraft, but the VNAV on the descent is very handy. Yeah, CRJ is actually not a bad add-on at all. Wait for the Airbus 330 and 777 release. They're fully automated for lazy pilots. Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to go to DUROT. Direct to board, please. Which is our entry into the approach for think we're on nav there. Nav.
Toronto.
There we go.
Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Toronto.
We just call it TO now. We're too lazy. You going to TO? Are you going up TO, man?
I think Aussies are just like, you know, sending it up people, so we call it Toronto.
It's always when the English are over. Oh, I love visiting Toronto. And it's like, it doesn't sound right. Don't do that.
Toronto.
All right, let's do a quick check. So we, route, map. RLS runway 8. So we're coming in at board course 085. This is runway is 08. 2,000 feet we want to be at, so we probably should do that. Frequency is 112.15. 112.15. So let's get that plumbed in. Dude, no, wrong one. 12.15. Enter. Make that active, and you can be the same. 1112.15. Enter. Those are both active. We will, once we get to board, we'll switch over to ILS 1 on the course source, and we need to set our course as well. This is the only thing I don't like about this, so I actually have to temporarily... Did we say 085? Is that what I called out? I would think this probably works okay with VOR, actually, Nick, if you were asking. I put that back on now for just a moment. And I think we'll take it down to 2,000, but we'll just do it nice and gradually. So let's try a V-speed of about, I don't know, about 600, minus 600, I think. Oh, should have had that in cruise. That's alright, we'll leave that there. Now we need to back off the throttle just a little bit. And you can just see the shoreline now of Ontario creeping in there, Tony. You can see the guys
That's
already.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. And as we get closer, we should start seeing the high-rises, office towers of Toronto.
Nice.
Lemon Wolf, it's not more being lazy rather than the aircraft doing what's supposed to do in the case of the ATR. Yeah. Ellis says, I don't think it has that function in real life. Which is that, Ellis? It's all kind of jumbled up there, but I think Nighthawk's there. I can see Johnny. Don't know if he's landed and taken off again.
I'm just trying to find you guys on Volanta.
I should be on Volanta.
Yeah.
Willy Canuck. Dead easy.
There we go. I just had to find Toronto, which I have done.
Oh, Toronto, right, okay.
There you go. Yeah, I found you. There's you and Nighthawk right next to each other.
Oh, is he? Well, let me have a look around.
To your left.
Oh, there he is.
Again,
there he is.
To Volanta.
Yep, I can see him on the stream. Hi, Night. Hello, Nighthawk. How are you? Johnny's out there. Dave, is Dave still online, or is he crashed into the ocean already? Johnny says I've landed. Oh, okay. So Johnny's our marker. That's where Toronto is then, which makes sense because we're coming up to the west of Toronto. Okay, we're getting ever closer to...
He did crash. There we go. You asked
He
him.
did crash.
Oh, never. Crashed never. Oh, yeah, right.
Alright, I think we better pick up the descent here.
He doesn't crash. He casually casually gets close to the ground
That's it.
in a very rapid motion.
He doesn't crash so much as practice ground vicinity collisions. Is that-
Yeah, that works. Yep,
Yeah,
that
okay.
works. I'm getting into so much trouble for this. I can see it coming already. I'm surprised I haven't got a message on my phone going, "Oi!"
That's it. We've had lights on the whole way, but we've been under 6,000 feet, so that's not a huge deal. I did, however, forget to put seatbelts on, so I'll tell them to do that now. Get ready to land, folks. And there you can start, Tony, you can see Toronto starting to creep in there. CN Tower and what I call the Sky Dome. Everyone, it's now called Rogers Center. But I, you know, for me as an old guy, it'll always be Sky Dome. I'm never going to call it Rogers Center. I'm sorry, folks.
So
I hate this corporate naming thing. I mean, Tim Hortons Field obviously is a good example of that. But in the case of Hamilton, I can forgive it because Tim Hortons has a direct connection to Hamilton.
yeah,
It's more than just a branding, if you know what I mean. There's a cultural background to that.
So apparently Jacko says he never crashes.
He never crashes. No.
Johnny Mon says he's never seen Jacko crash.
Indeed. Okay, we're getting close, so we're getting ready to switch over to that ILS. Actually, I'm just going to take a quick peek at the chart. Yeah, so board actually gives us about 3 miles lead way to the descent, so that's actually perfect. Johnny's laughing at that one.
Johnny Mon says, okay, so I'm not being 100% truthful. You got me better.
That's it.
It's all right, Johnny Mon. We knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
We've all seen Jacko flying. We know what he's like.
Funny. I've got a new what do you call it? A donation celebration thing.
Oh, cool.
So I've played one of the new ones, which is the one with the hat, but I've got another one which is Epic, the Epic one. So any donation over £10 will get you an Epic.
Nice.
So I do want to show it, but I'm scared to yet because I might get a donation. Right, here we go. We're coming close. So I'm gonna switch this over to VLS. It says we're going too slow now. But we'll set flaps, first stage of flaps. And we'll just keep that throttle up to try to get up to about 160 initially.
£10 fish.
10-pound fish. Oh, Brett Place just came in. Hello, Willy and crew. Hi, Brett. How you doing? Ellis says the livery you have is very nice. Oh, yeah, that's courtesy of our good friend Paint Genix, who does all of our liveries, and they're all free to download. Actually, Johnny or Ellis as well. If you go into our Discord, there's a channel there for downloading all our liveries, and you can find most of them on flightsim.to as well. Let's see if this airplane turns by itself. know if it's going to approach. Look. Okay. Yeah, I might not play ball here, so. Oh,
The old
come on.
manual.
Yeah, I think we will do. If in doubt. Running a bit hot anyway, so. Gives us a good look over downtown Mississauga anyway.
Oh,
That's
I love that.
that's Square One, right below my window right now. It's second largest shopping center in Canada.
Oh, wow.
But it pales in comparison to West Edmonton Mall. Absolutely pales in compared to it.
Yeah, when we went to Florida, we went to, what was it called? Aventura. And it blew me away how big those shopping centres are compared to the ones here in Australia.
I don't actually understand large shopping centers, and I'll give a very good reason, because you walk from one kind of area of a shopping center to another, and it's the same 50 stores all over again.
Oh, right. Okay.
It didn't used to be like that. I think they used to have a lot more room for independence, but nowadays, I just, yeah, it's just like, oh look, there's Gucci. Oh look, there's the Apple store. Oh look, there's something, and then you walk like a half a mile. Let's go to a different part of the shopping center. Oh look, there's Gucci. Oh look, there's the Apple store.
Oh, yeah, see, that doesn't work.
So I don't quite understand the whole point of that, but anyway. So we couldn't get the ILS working today, but I'm sure we missed something there, but that's fine. We'll just take it in manually. Got Nighthawk in front of me, but we're looking okay. Now, the cool thing about Toronto City Centre, Tony, is I have landed at this airport in real life in a Piper Warrior.
Ah, okay.
I was not flying, but the cool thing is when you're coming by the CN Tower, because the CN Tower is basically a giant antenna. It was partly built for the trains, yeah. And the signal coming off of it is so powerful that it actually scrams your VHF radio temporarily. You get like a massive blinding noise for about 10 seconds, and then it completely clears up as you drop below it.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in contact with air traffic control, you will just like completely lose them for a second as you're flying past the tower. You're stuck to this marketplace, says Ellis.
I think we must have just flown very closely anyway, past one of my clients, one of my suppliers, I'm sorry, that I use here in Perth, is based in Kirshner, between Kirshner and Cambridge, so I think we must have just flown straight over the top of them.
Okay.
Yeah, we usually speak once a week, and he always updates me on the weather and all sorts of things that are going on in Toronto.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm now playing.
Sorry,
I'm playing Throttle Bingo right now.
200.
Hey, look, Jacko landed. Anyone can.
100.
I'm still gonna get into trouble. I can just see it.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Ooh, 272. Not too bad, but actually for Toronto, that's probably not bad at all, really. Burst engines. But I love this thing. Just absolutely stops on a dime, though.
Yes. No, I agree. I get a little bit carried away when I'm actually trying to take off and I flick the thing the wrong direction. Next thing I know, I'm going backwards. So
that's it.
I'm getting into trouble. Jacko's just message going, oi.
Ellis says in Greece you can't have the same brand twice in a mall. That's a good thing, mate. That's a very good thing. There's a limit so the other shops get room. See, this is what we need. Greeks are full of good sense things. I had such a great time in Kefalonia, and we really, really love the people there. But they really support local business in Greece, I find. Which is the way it should be. It shouldn't be taken over by large companies.
Speaking of Greece, I hope everything's all right over there. So I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but
Ellis.
Ellis, yeah. I hope
Yeah.
everything is going okay over there. I was watching the news and seeing all the fires and everything that's going on.
Yeah. I think it's Athens, Corfu, and there's another island that's impacted right now.
Yeah, I've been to Corfu, I've been to Athens, and I've been to another one. We've been to most of the Greek islands.
Yeah. Getting a little bit of stutters there. Oh, there's Dave. My frame suddenly dropped through the floor. I don't know why.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I should clean up once we get up. Yeah, how's that for a viewpoint from a arrival, though? Look at that. Alright, so I'll just park up for a sec there. Oh yeah. Completely tanked.
You talking about Chadston, Brett?
Alright, we'll turn that off for a sec and see if we'll... Anyway, let's get a good look at this. So, welcome to Toronto, guys. This is Toronto, what used to be called Toronto Island Airport. It was initially just used for general aviation and some very infrequent domestic flights, but it was expanded, renamed to Toronto City Centre. It now serves domestic routes to Ottawa. I definitely think you can go to London, Ontario, obviously, and possibly Winnipeg from here as well. I'm not sure about other flights, but main airlines operating on here are Air Canada and Porter Airlines. Primary aircraft type, as you can probably tell from the static aircraft, is the Havilland -8 Q400 more than anything else. And this is available from Orbx as well, and it's right downtown for the city of Toronto. And there you can see the Sky Dome, you can see the CN Tower. Depending on how quickly I can move over here, I'll show you the building I worked in, Tony.
Yeah, that's pretty good quality scenery, I gotta say.
This building here, this is RBC Tower, the gold one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I worked in that for 3 years. Did my apprenticeship there, and my first proper job was there. And then you have all these new condos everywhere. Condo. Blocking out the sun for the rest of the city.
Yeah, it's like New York.
It is. And London, actually. London's like that. Ellis says it's still bad here. If you remember in Cloudstream, I told you the Canadair flying on my house 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh, the plane crashed. Both pilots dead. Oh, what a shame, mate. That's horrible.
Oh, that was the guys that were putting out the fires. Yes, I remember reading that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just do a quick sweep over. So there you can see Porter's name on there. I think they like to think they own Toronto City Centre. I don't think there's much in the way of internal... Oh, no, there is. You do get some internal modeling in here as well. So it's fairly detailed. Could be why my frames are tingling right now. I just got everybody on the tarmac, and some lovely detail on the hangar. So Porter, this is their main headquarters for Porter as well. So that's why you'll see a lot of Porter planes here. And there's no gates per se or jetways, but there are gates basically you walk up to, because pretty much everything on here is served by turboprop. For a very good reason, because that runway, as I think Ellis pointed out, is not very long. So, for pragmatic purposes. Anyway, we're going to load the next plan, so I'm going to get that going on Simbrief here. plan. No, new flight. New flight. CYXU, CYW, and 229. Talks amongst yourselves while I'm trying to get the next plan up.
Chit chat, chit chat.
Yeah, you can keep an eye on the chat for me then, Tony.
Yeah, roger, mate. No problems. Can I ban people if they're troublemakers? There's this big Jacko Gaming, I'm thinking of banning him.
Oh, are you? Oh, right.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker.
Give him a warning first. Tell him if he doesn't stop picking his toes with his... Right. Ottawa. Oh, geez, Ottawa's quite far. Oh, well.
No, he's encouraging people to do Control E, so...
Oh, is he? Oh, fair enough. Departure runway. Oh,
ban Beto.
wrong airport. Departure runway. There we go. That'll do. Generate that. Okay. Okay, guys, as soon as you are ready to operate, I would just push back and get yourselves off to Ottawa. We've got a long way to go.
Yeah, Jacko says you should ban Beto, just heads up.
Ban Beto, yeah. Swear t-shirts. Ban Beto, ban Beto, ban Beto.
Oh, please don't give him ideas.
Timeout time, says Aaron, yeah. Right, Mitar 2985. Oh, forgot to connect the ground power. Okay. That's alright. Let's set flight plan, set the fuel, set the payload. Because everything happens instantly with a click of a button like that, and we'll just get everything started up again. Take that into feather. Hopefully it works. Yep, it's going. Okay. There we go. We've got the power. I need the power. Get to the chopper. These planes are old and they've crashed many times during the flight. Yeah, was that the Canada or Ellis, the 215s? Yeah, they are getting on in years for sure.
Yeah, we've had quite a few planes now have been replaced. So
okay.
We get when we have like summer. Usually during summer we get the Elvis planes from America.
Yeah.
But they've also bought a pile of them now, so we've got they can basically get them anywhere in Australia. I think within like a day or so. So.
Wow.
But I know Western Australia, which is where I live, they actually have them ready on call. So I think they get 4 or 5 Elvises, and then we've got a whole pile of H152s and stuff like that are all outfitted with water containers and stuff, and
yeah,
they all just sit here until we need them. So because we guarantee we have at least one major one. Yeah, Melbourne has them as well. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then if we're not using them and somewhere like Melbourne or Sydney or something's in trouble, then we send them over.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of sharing going on right now, I've noticed with... Okay, so we got... sorry, I'm kind of doing departures while I'm talking, but it's... Yeah, I mean, I know that there's a lot of people helping out in Canada. There's a lot of African firefighters and European,
yes.
but unfortunately, even though Canada still needs assistance, a lot of people had to return home to deal with their own problems.
Yes,
so
exactly.
we're actually in a terrible position right now because everyone's kind of struggling, and it's not really possible for some countries to lend a hand because they've got their own problems to sort out. So Yeah, we'll
very
have to
true.
wait and see what happens. But okay, we're gonna start engine 2 there. See if that starts spooling up. Oop. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Go away. There we go. And we're just going to take off the same way we came in, guys. So head out to runway 8 and get ready to go. Yeah, Porter Airlines is one of these upstart airlines that everyone kind of wrote off as a gimmick. And they said, well, we're just going to run Dash 8s back and forth between Toronto City Centre and Ottawa. That was kind of their initial model, and everyone said, you'll never make money doing that. Well, they did. Much to Air Canada's chagrin. So now no one's making fun of them anymore.
That's fair enough. Huh.
Okay, we are good for that. Let's go to auto.
Ooh.
Let's pull those engines up.
That's interesting. That's very
What the
interesting.
heck just flew past me? The right flyer just flew. Dave. Okay, I must admit I didn't expect that to happen.
And he still crashed it.
Yeah. Ellis said Greece have now ordered new firefighting planes from Russia a few backs, but because of sanctions we didn't get them. Oh, right. Oh, Russia has those weird jet ones, don't they? They've got some like the amphibious ones that with jets on the top. Okay, we got taxi lights are on. Everything's ready to go. I think we can turn that back off. Powered everything. That's good. Initial altitude. Let's set that to 4,000. Some nice views coming out of here from Toronto, I think.
No.
We're going to switch course source back to GPS. I think we're ready to go. So, toes and brakes. First thrust engaged.
That's right, you don't need pushback on this thing, does it? It does it itself.
Well, you would push back usually, but some airports do allow props to push using reverse. And hopefully the frames clean up after we get out of here because this is terrible. Okay, flaps to takeoff position. And we'll pick up the taxiway. Nighthawk, if you want to head out ahead of me, go right now. Or you can wait for me, it's up to you. Johnny says agreed, what a great looking city. Yeah, it looks great downtown. I'll give it that. The further north you get, the further it starts to... That doesn't degrade, it just becomes repetitive and boring, I think. There are some lovely... I think for tourists, there's lots of nice things in Toronto to see, like Yorkdale, or I think it's Yorkdale, but there's a it's like a pub district which is really pretty, which I quite liked, and you often spot Mike Myers there from Austin Powers. He frequents that area a lot.
Oh, right. Nice.
There's a Scottish pub there that he goes to a lot.
Is it called Fat Bastard?
No, maybe now it is. I can't remember what that Scottish pub was called actually. It was a very expensive place to buy whiskey, I remember that. Nah, name escapes me. It may come to me. Who needs pushback, says Dave. That's it. Exactly.
Well, you don't really need to push back in the right buttons.
Dave coming in with a £1 donation. He's making a terrible habit before takeoff. He likes to get me distracted. Dave, thank you so much. This one's for you, mate. Oh. Wrong button. Wrong button. Sorry, I was on the wrong page on my my deck there. £1 fish. Yeah, I gotta get that one actually. That's quite funny. This one's for you, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. Much appreciated, mate. Right. Landing lights on. Nighthawk, I think has he taken off? I didn't see. Oh, no, he's lined up. Alright, so we're just waiting on Nighthawk now. I'll get the drone camera out, actually. All over to you, Nighthawk. Take off at your discretion. Oh, we could have just stayed on that taxiway. I never realized. Going to Glad for his landing. Yep, no results.
Nighthawk has a nice pink plane.
Yeah, it's a rendering issue, unfortunately. Nothing we can do about it. I love the noise, though. It's got a pretty good sound package, actually. I wonder if I got enough room to turn. Yeah, probably do. Alright, I'm going to... made a bit error in judgment here, so I'm going to try and get down to that. I think I probably forgot to put my weights in. That's what the warning is. Streaming multitasking. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so we'll get to the end and get the weights punched in, and hopefully we'll know what our takeoff speeds should be. So quick trying to turn this thing around. Okie dokie, okie dokie. But yeah, it's some nice detailing in this airport. I don't think I've had frame issues with this before, so it could just be like too much going on. I've got the Toronto City Times loaded. That's part of the issue that might be causing it. But just too much scenery in one spot. Right. Weights. Performance. Menu. F1. Wait. Oh no, I've got weights plugged in still. Although that's wrong. 18. 6, 1, 2. That's interesting. How's that going down? Block 16, 40. That's fine. That can stay the same. Trim. Set the 1. Okay. Okay. We've got V speeds. That's fine. Payload. Set trim. Right. Let's go. Got initial altitude is set, 6,000. Flaps set. Ready to rock and roll.
Oh, that's better.
Now this is a short runway, so we do want to have a bit of a run up on the brakes before we get going. Okay. Fig. I don't know what you're complaining about. What are you complaining about? missed something. Alright, we're gonna ignore it. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was your flaps.
No, it's not. Something's running slow. There's definitely an issue. And I'm not sure. Idle gate, that's off. That's off, that's okay. That's fine. Missing something, missing something. No, flaps are set. Flaps are fine. Trim. So takeoff trim. Should be 1-1 up. Yeah, it is 1-1 up. What a mystery! Takeoff mode. What's takeoff? What do you mean by takeoff mode? Flight director's on. Autopilot should be off. Set dial to TO. Oh! Thank you, sir. Well done, Nighthawk. Well done. Yeah, power management, thanks, Jet. There we go. That makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go again. Up the ramp. So I missed a step there because that technically I should have had that set to take off when I was landing. Ooh, it's tight. And we're up. Get up. Get up, get up. Probably a tail strike there. That's tight. I feel like that should be, there should be better takeoff performance with this airplane, but I'm not sure. And there's some good views coming out of Toronto. Look at that, folks.
That's pretty.
Alright, better. Don't know where the airplane's going, so we'll see. Come on, Nav. I can get that to stabilize a bit. Yeah, that's giving you a really good look down the downtown core there. Almost. Bring the flaps in. Oh, Callum! Hey! Callum, how are you doing? What are you doing in a strange place like this watching flight simulation? Okay, we're on the way now. Bring that back to notch. I think VNAV should be able to take care of us at this point. Set to climb thrust 170 knots. See Nighthawk's up in front of us. Johnny's up there in front of the TBM as well. Dave, have you given up completely? And we'll say goodbye. Like just in life in general, just completely given up. And we'll say goodbye to the city of Toronto. Off we go. So again, I think we're just going to stick with 6,000 today because we're... Actually, we could go 13,000. I don't think it makes a huge difference. We've got clear skies anyway. Right, so we are... That's on our manual vector. So we'll go direct Dabsy. Oh, good morning, TPHI. How you doing, mate? Nighthawk says we'll fly over Parliament. No, I wouldn't have thought so, mate. Oh, Ottawa. No, we're just going to come straight in because it's going to take far too long. Unless we happen to be flying over Parliament. I think I used the Capital 5 arrival. So, oh, you're not feeling the best, Dave. Okay, well, feel better, mate. Brett says I'm off to do some testing. Have a good flight. See you all. See you, Brett. Good to see you, mate. Take care. Dave, if you're still watching, this one's for you, okay? I want you to think about this. So I know you're feeling under the weather, but I'm not expecting a donation. I just want you to know something. This is how I feel about you, mate.
Thank you.
It's okay. He knows how I feel about him. So.
Hope that makes you feel better, Dave. Get better. Feel better. Yeah, we're overspeeding again. Flaps up. Flaps are raised. Why is this overspeeding a notch?
Yeah, Willy's
Oh,
not
it's
feeling
not
well
increased.
because he's not feeling well because his footy team lost on the weekend.
Well, there you go. All right, I think we'll take. Let's go 10,000. Let's take a nice, cool 10,000. How's that? Why are you not climbing? Oh, Stu's in as well. Hi, Stu. How are you, mate? VNAV's not kicking in for some reason. No idea why. What is happening here?
Hey Stu, it's Tony by the way.
Oh, now it's climbing. Strange. How strange. Okay. And test out the F4. Oh, the F4. Yeah, that's coming out. Who's doing the F4? Is that DC Designs or is that someone else? That's my favorite old-time vintage military aircraft. Very close to your house soon. You're 50 call. All right. Where are you? Were you in Ajax or something like that? THI. Just make sure this is all stabilized and doing its thing, and then we'll. See if you can spot your hometown. Yeah, feel better, Dave. Get your feet up. Get your feet up, mate. Oshawa. Oh, I've been to Oshawa. Yeah. I have seen Oshawa. Mind you, I don't know if I could call it out by looking at it from the sky. I can't remember what it looks like. I suppose I could always look at a map. You grew up in Scarborough. All right. That's pretty much the Toronto version of the Hood, isn't it? Oh, grew up in Scarborough, yo. So, if you grew up in Scarborough, tell me what a Scarborough suitcase is. You should know what that one is. Scarborough suitcase. What's that? Here's a trivia question. That's for everyone in the chat. Give your answer in the chat. What do you think a Scarborough suitcase is? Don't look it up. Don't cheat. It was the phrase is actually... it didn't come from Mike Myers, but he repeated it on a talk show once. It's like, hey, yo, let's go down to the shop, get ourselves a couple of Scarborough suitcases, man.
Yeah, the
So-
mind boggles.
No one's biting anyway. No one wants to answer.
I'm just Googling it. And it
No,
doesn't
don't
even come
Google
up
it.
on Google. It doesn't even come up on Google.
So, a Scarborough suitcase is, it's not beer. No, it's not beer. I guess it could be beer. So, a Scarborough suitcase, right, is, in Ontario we have a lot of liquor stores, but you see this all places. But you think when you used to go buy a bottle of whiskey or something like that, right? They had that little paper bag that just fit around the bottle.
Yeah.
Just to say that you had put it in a bag, even though it was literally like this. So the bag was the size of the bottle. The bag is a Scarborough suitcase. The bag is a Scarborough suitcase. That's not a 12-pack. Well, it could be a 12-pack, I guess, but
we call them. We just call them paper bags. Otherwise known as wino bags, which are the basically all the winos drink it. Sorry,
right.
all the winos have the paper bags.
TPHI says that he thinks it's a 12-pack, so maybe it is now, possibly. So a 12-pack of beer, Scarborough suitcase. So if it's in a bag, then yeah, brown paper bags. So there you go.
Well, here we go. I'm actually reading, and this is where TP's probably got it from. Was what is a Scarborough suitcase? It's a 12-pack of beer, Canadian origin, specifically Toronto borough of Scarborough.
Right.
In the 70s and 80s, bottled beer came in 12 packs with cardboard handles. That
Oh, there you go.
making
Okay.
The package
Maybe
look
I've got
like
it wrong
a
then.
suitcase or a toolbox.
Maybe I've got it. I've got it wrong then. I've got it wrong then. Yeah. So there you go. That was back in the days of the Stubbies. Did you guys have Stubby bottles?
Oh yeah, we still do. And trust Jacko to know it's a brown paper bag. He's a Magpies supporter. That's one of their signature things. No teeth and brown paper bags. Now I'm going to get definitely in trouble for that. I'm waiting for the next comment.
Why is this plane not doing what it's told? Right. Probably because I've got the wrong cruise altitude set.
I just got an oi. Is that all you're going to say, Jacko? Everything's oi. Yeah, Johnny Mon, if you actually look up Collingwood Magpies football, Australian Football League team. Jacko says it's that time. I need to go to bed.
Clear. Right.
I was going to say, you got a disco there, haven't you?
There we go. Yeah, that's looking 5, Capital 5 approach. Got a few reminders from Nighthawk today about the best way to get into Ottawa, so that's cool.
Oh, here we go. It's the best team in the AFL, apparently. But they're well known for their lack of teeth.
Okay.
Thought you were going to bed, Jacko. Go to bed. Yeah, his football team is number 1 in the league, and they lost their game on, last night?
Right.
So Fozzie and Jacko are 2 major supporters of the team.
And better, what he says. Well, Johnny's well up. Johnny's got the hot rod airplane today. Those TBMs are quick. They're really, really fast.
They're very fast. Yeah.
Before we really had any decent add-ons, I spent a lot of time flying the TBM in simulator. I really need to go back to it too because it's a great airplane, and I'm pretty sure Working Title has done a bit of an overhaul in avionics as well. But it's such a rocket. And
the one. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say there's been a lot of crashes with them because people were just not ready to fly the airplane. They're just getting behind the airplane. This thing,
yeah,
because it's such a quick airplane. But it's a really good implementation of the Garmin 3000 package as well. So
one of the planes I've been flying, and I really, really like it. It's an absolute gun. Is the Vertigo. I can never get over how fast that thing is.
It's the Vertigo.
It's from where's OzCat Flight? I'm sorry, Oz. Cat sarcasm when I need him. Give me a second. I'll tell you. It's free, and it comes from someone who does some other stuff, and I've just forgotten what it is. So just
okay.
Give me a second. I'll have to find it. Dave might. Oh, thanks, Dave. Yeah, Got Friends. I was about to say Dave will tell me straight away. It's from Got Friends.
Right.
And yeah, that's it. Who's just put it up? It's a V8, 1300 horsepower, and it absolutely goes gangbusters. When you actually take off, you only need about 25% throttle to actually get off the ground.
Right.
It absolutely flies. It's a really good plane.
That sounds awesome. V8. Yeah. It's like, because usually you say V8, you think of a powerful car, but you don't necessarily think about what that actually means for...
Yeah. It's such a tiny little plane, though. It's almost like it's almost like one of the planes that they'd fly in the races, in the air races and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the sort of size it is. But we did Aussie Cap Sarcasm. I'm not sure if you know who that is. He did a flight plan for Jacko, and it was basically going up and down and around mountains and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, I was just caning it. It's got so much power. As I said, you take off at about 25%.
Right.
And,
25%.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then once you get going, if you're trying to get over a mountain, you just whack it up to 100, and you literally just, you're like a bullet. You just shoot off and off you go.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
The P39, Stu, I have to have a look at that one. P38, sorry.
Oh, P38, yeah, P38 is quick. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it used to be on Flight Sim TO, but it's now on the Got Friends website. So if you go in there, it's under the freebies that they've got.
Okay, all right. There's a Cessna military trainer just came out. It's completely free.
Okay.
And it looks amazing. I think I saw it on. I think it was Jonathan Beckett who was previewing it. It looked awesome for free.
Yeah. There's some good stuff that's free, I tell you what.
There is, yeah, definitely.
Well, we've been playing with the 787-800, the Kuro, yeah. Kuro, yeah. That's pretty cool. I was just saying, I flew that today. I did Perth to Melbourne in that, and it was just beautiful aircraft.
Yeah. Yeah, I should. Of course, I don't have the deluxe version. I'll have to invest in that at some point. But I'll tell you what's getting better and better. The Headwind A330 is awesome.
Ah, okay.
Because they're working very, very closely with the fly-by-wire team.
Gotcha. Right.
So they're sharing enhancements. They're actually sharing workload and improving different areas. But the Headwind. I mean, a year ago I would have said, nah, I'm probably not really bothered about it because a lot of things didn't work properly and it was kind of clunky. But
yeah.
See now, love it, absolutely love it, love to fly it. It's really, really
Yeah.
good, and it's completely free.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Airbus, but I will get shouted down, I'm sure, by someone in chat.
Oh, you've been spending too much time with around Shane.
And Fozzie, yeah.
Yeah. if it ain't Boeing, it ain't
Mr.
going. You know what? You know, a few years ago, that was probably a fairly reasonable position to take. But nowadays, in the current state of affairs where airlines are in terms of what they can do, how they operate, etc., Boeing ain't that great anymore.
No, I have to agree with you.
The best airplane they got that is an active airplane that they're actively producing is that Dreamliner. That Dreamliner is amazing. It's a great airplane. And it's innovative, and it's different, it's efficient. But
yeah.
I mean, maybe the 777X will probably show us some things as well, but everything else, I mean, but what about the 747? 747 isn't made anymore. Yeah, but what about the 777-300? 777-300 is 25 years old.
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
Qantas have just spent a huge number of dollars on the A350s. I think it's the I can't remember, and someone's going to have to help me, but I think it was A220s and all sorts of stuff. And they bought the A350-1000s. So that's going to be
that's a big that's
very
quite
nice.
good.
Oh, here's Fozzie. Here's Fozzie.
Is there? Yeah. If it ain't Boeing's, it ain't going.
Keep away. Yeah, I knew he couldn't keep away.
Nighthawk says, "Oh, you fly 330? Yeah, you do. Yeah, and we've got a beautiful livery for the Headwind 330 actually as well, Tony. Which it's probably actually our nicest livery that we have. It's really slick.
Cool.
But yeah, it's definitely worth a look. I'm just watching the coast of Lake Ontario go by as we skirt up to Ottawa.
Oh, here we go. Jacko's still here. go Pies.
Go to bed, Tony, says Fozzie.
Yeah. The Pies are the football team I was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about bringing another stream date during the weekend, because we used to be Thursday nights.
Yeah.
But Thursday is actually a very crowded night for streamers now. So I'm trying to work with Nick and DarkFury with the date, because they don't really get a chance to participate in Saturday mornings because they have to work. So we're trying to find a weekend, but I want to keep the Saturday streams, because if we go back to evenings, you guys are asleep at that time. You'll never see me. Whereas the Saturdays, I just seem to be influxed by Australians.
Well, I mean, where is it? Where I am on the West Coast, it's 7:45 p.m.
Yeah.
So where Jacko is what is it? 9:45, so 9:45.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much covered Australia there in it's basically a perfect Saturday night.
It is, yeah. And it's always great to have you guys along as well.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, 9:45. Thanks, Jacko.
9:45, yeah. And we've got Aaron amazingly so. I think Aaron's either a Nighthawk or because it's quite Aaron. It'd be quite late for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
he either he didn't get to bed or he just woke up ridiculously early. He's probably
literally just woken up when I came into your chat. I popped into Jacko's chat and he had literally just woken up. So yeah,
he's probably waking up at a ridiculous time because to watch reruns of My Three Sons or something like that on Fox 2. And that's the time of day that it comes on, right? So that's why he gets up. I seriously hope he heard that.
If he didn't, we'll make sure he tells us to stay out.
Oh man.
Yeah, because usually Saturday nights, I know Jacko will do a stream of Saturday nights.
Right.
I know Shane might occasionally do them, but Shane is obviously recovering from his stuff at the moment. So
he's
all our love to him.
And I don't know the specifics of it, but I have been aware that he's not been 100% for quite a while.
Yeah, none of us know the specifics, and we're all sort of keeping out of it. Speaking of Aaron, there he is now. Hello, Aaron.
They wake up early to watch Leave It to Beaver. Thank you very much.
Leave it to Beaver. Oh, you're a legend.
And by the way, your Ohio accent, so bad.
Was
so
it?
Bad.
Was it? Where's the weed?
No. No, that's Fozzie.
Oh, that's Fozzie.
He lives over in Washington. All right, have fun. Bye.
How you doing, Aaron? No, it's good to hear from you,
Aaron
mate.
does that.
Yeah.
I love it when Aaron pops in and out like that. It's so funny. I love it. It's so cool. Jacko is actually going to Beto, which I'll believe when I see it. But Jacko, talk to you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, feel better, Dave. Hope you do feel better, actually.
Yeah, so Shane, as I said, sending all our love to him. He's, I texted him this evening, and he's home, and he said he's a little bit sore, but at least he's home. Oh, who's this now? Oh, he's Jacko. God, what is this bush week? God.
Beto, mate. Go to bed. Go to bed, mate. Go to bed.
No, I had to sleep. Remember?
I thought you were sick. Yeah.
I am. I had to say, I come in and say, go to bed.
Don't jump on my voice server just so you can start making like throw up noises and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, hey guys, you get. So it's definitely full blown COVID then.
Yeah, good old COVID. Had the 2 lines.
Yeah, you do sound.
Willy was he's either got COVID or he's pregnant. Either way, the thing he put up on
2 lines
on Discord earlier on, sort of weren't too sure. Yeah.
It's like we had a joke like that, but waving the test. I can't remember where I saw it, but so I was like, oh, I think I got COVID. And the wife goes, is that positive? She goes, yeah. He says, that's one of my pregnancy tests.
Oh, that's funny. No, I was just saying about Shane, Jacko, how we're all sending our love to him, and for a quick recovery and get his ass back online.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
100%. He'll be back. Better,
oh yeah.
Better than ever. So yeah.
That's right. I'm just going to, since both of you guys are on, if Dave can last a little longer, I'll let you guys chat for a bit. I'm just going to jump and get a glass of water.
Roger, mate. No worries. Do you want us to fly your plane?
I'll look after the chat.
You look after the chat. Dave, you look after the chat. Tony takes care of the plane. Don't touch anything.
I think
You're
your
right back.
reputation is way ahead of you there, Jacko. I don't know what's going on there.
Hashtag ban Beto. What?
Yeah, ban Beto. Hey, at least I haven't been playing the Collingwood theme song through Discord, mate. Don't you start.
Hey.
Colin Fuzzy says, sing the Collingwood song.
There you go, Fuzzy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Willy Canuck, and this is Positive Rate. Unfortunately, myself and Jacko have taken over because Willy has gone to get a glass of water. So if you're wondering who are these 2 weird people playing the Collingwood theme song, yeah, that's us.
Hi guys, Shane here. Welcome to my first YouTube video.
Oh dear, here
thank
we
you,
go.
TP. Thank you, TP. Much appreciated, sir. Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. Oh dear. All right, Jacko, enough. Oh dear, this is like the comedy game, isn't it? The 2 of them. Johnny Munn's having a good little laugh at us. Oh dear.
Yeah. Here we go.
Our apologies to all the people who actually have no idea who we are, by the way. Just to re-clarify, this is Willy Canuck and Positive Rate. We've just taken over while he's getting a quick glass of water. But,
see, I need everyone to spam them emotes. Go nuts.
Yep.
Any
Spam
emote
the
you can find.
emotes.
Any emote you can find. There we go. Put some pink pink smiley things in there. Some damn cats! Exclamation! Nah, cat. What else can we put in there?
Circle, square. You know, square, circle, round thingy.
Square, triangle, circle.
Oh God, it's all gone to hell.
Triangle, same thing.
It's all gone to hell.
Quick, everyone stop!
Well,
I was making sure that people knew it was your channel rather than all
All
of a
right.
sudden became Big Jacko's channel. So I was making sure everyone knew that.
which begs the question: why did you have to tell them that?
Yeah, because Jacko sort of was taking over. So yeah.
All right, fair enough. I'll have to watch back on Restream.
Well,
we got
he was
tents.
playing the
Tents in the
Collingwood theme
chat.
songs through Discord, Willy. So
No.
we didn't realise the soundboards on Discord you can actually play through, and they come through on the stream now. So yeah, you got to be
One
gotta
pound
be careful.
fish.
Some of them are. Yeah, exactly. 1 pound
Yeah,
fish.
there we go. There we go.
Here we go. This guy's from London, right? Yeah, you can play it a bit longer, but the guy, just to introduce it. So the guy's an actual fish vendor in a market in London, in England, and I think he's still operating. And people actually now go down to the market to hear him sing.
Oh wow!
Did you know that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, better.
he's a legend.
Cool.
Aaron with his
We
feet.
got to be careful with some of Jacko's because some of his soundboards are a little bit. How do we say them? Adult. Not to mention some of them break about 100,000 YouTube publishing rules. So we've got to be careful which ones we.
Yeah, no
actually
copyright
press.
stuff.
Yeah.
No copyright stuff.
Yeah. So no, it's all fun. Aaron's cracking me up. Aaron's sending
Yep.
tent and he's sending feet. This is funny. Thank you, Willy, for indulging us in
Not at
that.
all.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Not at all. Thanks, guys.
All right,
No,
now
that's
we
good.
can ban Jacko. Right, where's the button? Ban Jacko. Yeah, there we go.
Much appreciated.
So, yeah,
Anyway, crew, I'm going to get going. I shall
Dave.
see you all soon.
Yeah,
See you,
Oh.
Jacko.
get your feet up,
Take care,
mate.
man.
Get your feet up.
Yeah, will do. See you guys.
Talk to
See
you tomorrow.
Take care, Dave. All the best.
See ya, boy. This is where you have in long spots of travel, you end up with your guest stars all popping in and out.
That's it.
That's funny.
Something topical now. So there's a lot of lakes in this area, a lot of forest. Brilliant place for camping. Swimming, it's all fresh water. Most of the lakes are clean. Good fishing as well.
Nice.
And it's just it's just a lovely part of the world, actually.
It looks so much like the South Island of New Zealand.
It does,
It's
actually.
very
Yeah.
similar in look.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good shout. I would say that. He got deported, says Nick.
Yeah, the only difference is it's a little bit flatter, whereas New Zealand's obviously more mountainous. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Aaron says Canadian geese are the best. Yeah. We got
no, I
two.
think they're beavers. They're beavers, mate.
Are they
That's not a
beavers?
geese, that's
Oh no,
beaver.
it's a beaver.
Yeah.
All right, I can't quite see in the live preview. Canadian beaver are the best. All right. I hope that's not like an old army story coming up there, Aaron.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a beautiful part of the world for sure.
Is it so? I mean, I can see there's a road there. So is it easily accessible, or you need like four-wheel drives, or?
No. It's generally the roads are quite established. So there is. We're kind of heading up to the north now, but there's a major highway that runs to Ottawa, but we're not. I don't think we're tracking that per se. But there's a lot of highways, as you can see below, that go all over the place.
Yeah.
Once you get in, start cutting into the what we would say the bush. You start cutting into the bush a little bit. You tend to get gravel roads, but there are roads.
Right.
They're all established for the most part. It's not until you get into more the north of Ontario, like Algonquin, you start to get into areas where there's just no roads.
Yeah.
Certain places are only accessible by canoe or hiking. But
Right.
But canoe would be the most logical way to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of old trapper routes and things like that. Right, let's do a sit rep here. So, we're approaching Lanark, which is the entry point for the Capital 5 approach into runway 7. For futility reasons, I might try and set up the ILS again here. I don't know if it's going to work this time, but we'll try.
As he says, apparently you're killing Aaron over here.
I'm killing Aaron. Runway 7. Yeah, I'd like a chart for that if possible. ILS runway 7. So we're just going straight in, we're not going to do the teardrop.
Donnie just said he crashed.
You crashed?
Yeah, he crashed at 10,000 feet and didn't realise it.
Oh, right, okay. Platform at 3,000, heading 071, 109.5. So let's try that. Let's try dialing that in. Let's say 109.5 tonight. 109.
Yes, 109.5.
9.5. Enter. 9.5. I don't necessarily know if I need to do it in the second ILS, but what the hell. And then
Depends on which one you're using, but yeah.
I think we'll drop it to, let's drop this down to 5,000 initially. All right, 109.5, and just take a peek there. We need a course of 071. There we go. It's definitely flown this before, so I don't know what happened on this particular time. We were trying to come into. He's really dropping like a stone there.
Yeah, I was about to say you're dropping the.
That's the VNAV doing that. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason to the VNAV. It's one thing I would say. I don't think it works right, or at least I just have absolutely no idea how to use it.
That was dropping at what 2,000 frames.
It was really
2,000.
really dropping down. Yeah, it shouldn't need to be that bad. So we'll just take a respectable 1,200 feet per minute. I think that'll do.
Either that or distribute the stick bags out the back.
That's it, yeah. Right, all the lights are still on, so that's fine. Too focused on the chat, yeah, that's it. You crashed at 10,000 feet. How did you crash at 10,000 feet? Or did it, like crash the desktop kind of thing? Oh, you only have 260 kilograms of fuel left. Actually, that's a good question. How much do I got left? I've got about, ooh, that's not fuel. See, this is the other thing that drives me nuts, is trying to understand where the click spots are.
Yes, I agree with that.
I've got 500, 600 kilos. I'm fine. Absolutely fine.
But yeah, I agree with that. What you said about the click spots, that's something that annoys me.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, no idea. You looked up for the plane was on its back. I'm bad at this, apparently, he says. Oh dear.
So I think we entertained Johnny a little bit too much then while you were away. So
Yeah, for sure. Down to 3,000.
yeah, it was Jacko did put up a picture of his test on his Discord, and yeah, he was it was a very solid red, 2 lines of red. So yeah.
Oh, funny.
So we kept making the joke that he was pregnant, considering it was a very solid test.
He's still in the air, so he must have fixed it. Should get a good. Yeah, he must have slewed, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad Dave's not here now. Talk about slewing. Oh, no. It looks like Nighthawk is settling in for his final approach in this runway 7. And we shall do a barrel check. We need 2991 on the barrel. There we go. Okay. Game face now. Game face. Okay, that's working. That's working. All good. Still got a few miles to go, mind. About 30 miles. Maybe 25. So, do you do much flying then, Tony, or during the week?
Only with you guys or whatever on stream, yeah.
Okay.
I did one today, which Fuzzy will probably yell at me because I did it without him. But yeah, I did, as I said, Perth to Melbourne today. So.
Oh right, yeah.
It's just on 3 hours. So I set it off and let it go. Had a bit of a nap for about an hour, and then came back just in time for topper drop. So it was actually quite good.
Excellent. It was awesome that you could join us for the whole stream today, actually. That's unusual.
Yeah. No, all good, mate. No. Yeah, you know what? Because Fuzzy uses, I forgot what the thing is called, Pilot's Life.
Yeah.
So we get to do a few flights all over the place. Just depends if I've got the time. Usually during the week because I'm working, it's not quite that easy. But
yeah.
But
Ooh.
I like watching streams. I like watching everybody. I like you guys. You're all pretty good. So
I try. I think there's better pilots than me.
I think it's got a lot to do with. It doesn't have to just pilots. It's also the entertainment value and you're great. I mean, that's why I enjoy it. It's a bit of fun to sit and things like your little picture when you get a dono and stuff like that. It's excellent.
Oh, Johnny says you're great.
Johnny.
Well, Johnny, thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Now we just have to get him.
My wife
into,
completely
ATS
disagrees.
and ETS.
Yeah, my wife completely. That's it. I'm picking up a localizer now, so I'm going to try and intercept that.
Oh, there we go. Aaron said, "We like you too, Tony Beto. We really do, lol." I love you too, Aaron. You know that.
Aaron's good. He's got a wicked sense of humor. He reminds me of a good friend of mine, actually.
At the moment in Jacko's chat, you've got Metas, Aaron, and Fozzie, so I could just imagine what they're all saying about me. So,
well, we've got a localizer signal now. So I'm on. I've taken it off GPS. I'm now on VOR, or ILS track.
Oh, cool.
And I'm just trying to intercept that ILS. And at the moment, I do have a LOC indicator and a GS indicator, so we'll try and intercept them. So it looks like
Aaron's
this time, yeah.
Tony,
Yes, Aaron.
we weren't saying anything.
Oh, okay. That's not what Fuzzy said.
Nah. Bye.
And he's off.
This is what I like, Willie, and I mean, I know we talk about this quite often, but it's the community that gets built up.
Oh
as
yeah,
well, and I think it's
absolutely.
It's amazing how, you know, I would never have met people like you or Aaron or even Fozzie or anyone. So, you know, it's very cool.
My God, we have an ILS track.
Well, there you go. Wow.
Right, takeoff power management, which is what I forgot to do last time.
I was going to say, don't forget to set that back to TO. Yep.
And runways in sight. You can see Nighthawk's down there, so Stu's down there as well.
Fuzzy says muzzle tough. And I agree, yeah. I agree, Johnny. Yeah, unfortunately, Fozzie's only downside is that he supports a bit of a dodgy football team, but other than that, he's fine. Oh, and Metas. Sorry, did I say Metas was in the chat room as well? I apologise, Metas. I just realised that I don't think I mentioned your name. Metas is our English across the pond friend from just outside of London.
Yeah, that's right. Metters is he's in the UK, isn't he?
Yeah. He has to put up with Fozzie, so. But Fuzzy and I have a bit of a thing. If it ain't Collingwood, it ain't going. Fuzzy and I have this repertoire. So SID Squad, which is the plane spotting at Sydney Airport. Every
Right.
time they're on, Fuzzy and I are generally having a go at each other. So they all find it very entertaining. So yeah. So
Brilliant.
Aaron's back.
Oh
Hello,
yeah,
Aaron.
Metters isn't feeling well. He's busy with his whole wall ball and his Swiss balls.
We should have said that to Jacko, actually. That would have been funnier with Jacko. His water bottle.
It was.
His water bottle. It's his water bottle.
What a ball.
Yeah, when Metters gets upset, he has to get his water bottle out. I'm going to get into so much trouble. I can just see this coming now.
Well, definitely get a little buffeting as we come into runway 7 here. But we got a good track on the ILS, so that's good. So at least I know it's working. And I did do the right thing. I possibly just put in the wrong frequency for Toronto, or it just wasn't working. No idea.
Yeah.
But we're good now. You just have to play throttle hockey, trying to keep this thing on a decent approach speed. It's my other kind of minor irk about it is that there's not a lot of throttle control on the low end. It either seems idle or too high on manual. It's hard to kind of nail that. So.
Or you're going backwards.
Or you're going backwards. That's it. Coming over the suburbs of Ottawa. Actually, I suspect that's probably a separate town.
Having a look at
Everything's good.
Intel. What does it say?
The passenger's view there.
Yeah, I'm a good passenger as long as I have my champagne. I'm fine.
Like, probably the only thing you're going to get on Porter is a bag of peanuts and a Molson Canadian in a can or something like that.
Oh, God.
Not my favorite beer. I used to drink so much of it when I was younger, and now I think I actually went recently back to Canada and tried it. It was like, God, this is awful.
So, it sounds like Foster's over here.
That's the oh
is,
yeah,
an
Foster's
Australian
is,
beer, but
it's
yeah.
a hard.
But no,
Yeah, it's a hard beer.
no
to take.
Australians drink it though. We send it to you guys,
Oh,
and you all love it, but we
and
don't.
I
touch
don't.
the stuff.
Yeah, I don't touch it. It's awful. It actually reminds me of
Okay.
Molson Canadian. So
I'm gonna be quiet while you land. So I'll shush.
okay. Oh, thank you very much.
$200. $100.
Nice to get one greaser in the stream anyway.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, I'll take that. Thank you. Minus 126. I'll do. Nighthawk says Porter has good snacks. All right. Watch some of Alex P's Porter flights. Okay. What kind of snacks do they get then? What do you typically get on Porter? I've never actually flown with them Nighthawk, but I think my sister has quite a bit. But yeah, at least we got one greaser in there, so that's all right. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with
Very
myself
nice.
now. I feel like I've redeemed myself for myself.
Very nice.
Just gotta find
Ooh, Johnny
everybody
wants
else.
to drink Foster's. Ooh.
Looks like the terminal's down there, so we'll go down there. Pull the flaps up. And ooh, we got Johnny coming in. Let's see if we can get Johnny quickly first. Flying that little hot rod, that TBM 930, I think it is. Is it 930? He's looking good. Coming down, it's coming down. Nice approach. Looking good. Right on the center line. Lovely. Johnny, well done, mate. Well, you made up for your 10,000 foot crash. Well done. Good job, mate. Couldn't do better myself. Lots of laugh, he says. I recall shortbread and some cakes. Shortbread. Wonder if it's the overpriced stuff from Scotland. I've been known to drink a Foster's from time to time, says Johnny. There's an anonymous ATR beside you. It's Stu. It's Stu Nighthawk. Stu joined in at some point. Looks like he's in the AT-42 600. That one doesn't have a rendering problem. I think it's the positive right livery that's probably causing issues. Well, I'll go line up beside these guys because it'd be rude not to. But yeah, that was a good flight, guys. Well done. And Nighthawk, I promise we'll go back to Fiji. We just, I do apologize. I was doing some test flying on the plane, and there were a few issues that we couldn't rectify in time for the stream. It was more to do with flying the ATR on it. So we are going to definitely do Fiji. But I'm just waiting.
Choice.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for DarkFury to rework the plan a little bit, or possibly keep the same plan, and we might look at a different aircraft type for it. And this is yet again another Orbx scenery. This is really detailed. Doesn't look like we had too much in the way of frame hits, which is good. Most ATR liveries other than default have issues. Yeah, I suspect that is the problem. Okay. A bit of ground power now. Do we need ground power? Nah. Everything off. Prop down the feather. And off. Nighthawk says, short takeoff and landing aircraft are good for Fiji if you want to visit the tiny atoll airfields. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at. So we need to think of a good VTOL aircraft that we're all happy with. Unfortunately, we don't have a Twin Otter anymore, so that's a shame.
I never deleted mine, so I still have it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I kept it. When they said they were going to scan it, I went and updated it and made sure it was the latest, and then just left it. So.
All right. Okay.
I'll probably actually send you the file if you want. I mean, it'll be there somewhere.
I've actually managed to line these up. Look at that. It looks like it's like a private Air Force. Thanks, Stu. You let me fly with you. Oh, come on, Stu. We always love it when you fly with us. Look at that. Stu's done it perfect as well. Absolutely fantastic. Tony, anyway, huge thank you to you. Big thanks to
good, man.
Yeah, big thanks to Dave. He's off in Dreamland now, but a few donations today as well. And yeah, just everyone else that joined in today. Captain Fozzie was really, really great talking to you. Flying with Nighthawk and Johnny Mon today. And Stu. Big thank you to Nick and the guys on the Positive Rate team. And Callum dropped in at one point as well, amazingly. As a fellow down the street. Ellis, he's possibly headed off, but it was great to see Ellis and Cloud Viper come in, as well as I think it was CYXU or something like that. Lemon Wolf as well. Great to hear from you. And Aaron chiming in with some of his thoughts on things. Oh, there's an F-35 taking off. Look at that.
Oh.
Very cool. Hey, wait, sorry, before, one more thing. We'll just do a quick tour of Ottawa. I don't think I've covered this in detail before. It's great for F-35s, as you can tell. But this is pretty detailed. It's really, really nice in here. Of course, we got Tim Hortons. We got Tim Hortons here. And yeah, just some lovely detailing. I think we did look at, because I remember looking at Tim Hortons. But this is also available from Orbx. If you back out, it's not a massively huge airport. It's reasonable in size. It serves the capital of Canada, so you will get direct flights pretty much to anywhere in Canada from Ottawa. I suspect you'll probably get direct flights to places like New York as well, and Washington. Although a lot of those will be charters. Apart from that, it's not a huge airport, but it's a very, very nice airport to fly out of. And it can take a reasonably large aircraft as well. But I do notice it's very hard to find direct flights from Europe to Ottawa. I'm not saying they don't happen. I'm sure they do. but they're not that frequent. Tend you have to fly to Toronto first, and then you can pick up to F-35's disappeared off the radar. So, is the Ottawa VIP section represented? I don't know. Nighthawk, where would that be? You have to point me in the right direction. I mean, that looks like a VIP section, to be fair. Oop. It's not doing that. There we go. That kind of looks VIP-ish. There's some sort of guy walking around there anyway. Oh, yeah, look at that. I think I found it. Some sort of private terminal there anyway. So I would say probably yes. Probably it is. Yeah, very cool. Right. I'm off to do things, Tony. I'm sure you're eager to get to bed. Does it come
Absolutely.
out late for you? So
thank you. Thanks,
yeah.
Willy. Appreciate the stream. That was excellent. And I'll catch you later on next time.
Absolutely, Tony. Huge thanks to you, mate. And have a great weekend, rest of your weekend. And we'll talk to you soon, mate.
Sounds good. See you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
And that's a big goodbye from me. Big thank you, guys. Steve says bye, and Johnny, yeah, take care, folks. Captain Fozzie, anybody else still? Aaron's probably still hovering in the background, lurking. And Nick, huge thanks to everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time right here on Positive Rate. All the best, guys. If I can find... I'm still working through the Stream Deck thing. That's the problem. Anyway, take care.